What's up, everyone? It's your boy Aaron. Today we have a new video. Now it's Saturday, so we have another volume review. And this volume, it's alright. You get more on Sanji, you get some stuff on Mihawk. I don't like either of those characters, and some people may hate me for that, but I just think they're boring. Well, I don't like the way Sanji acts all the time, like, oh, she's so beautiful, oh my god, all this stuff. I think that's really, stupid and whatever. And Mihawk, I don't know, he's just stupid in my opinion. Anyway, starting it off, the cooks are like shooting their stuff or whatever at actually let me go back a little bit. It starts off with Gin and Sanji talking, or Sanji giving them food and them talking like blah blah this. Thank you for the food. I appreciated all this stuff. Sanji's like, I can't let somebody go hungry or whatever. So that happens, and then Gin leaves, and he's like, thank you, all this stuff, and he goes to his captain. He's gonna bring him back. Now his captain is Don Krieg. He's like the most like meme pirate in the world. Like, he's like a giant meme. Nobody cares about him. He's weak, not strong at all, but that happens anyway. So he does that. He goes back and he brings him back. So they're all sitting at the table or whatever, and they're all talking or whatever, and he comes in and he's like all like beaten up or whatever, and Gin's carrying him, and he's like, can you guys feed my captain or whatever? He's like, they're all like, oh my god, that's Two-Face Krieg or something stupid like that, because he like lies to people and then turns around and attacks them or whatever. And Krieg's like, oh, I won't do this. I'm not gonna turn around and attack you guys. I have no point in doing it or whatever. I just need food for me and my crew or whatever. So he eats, because Sanji brings him out food, and he eats because Sanji can't let someone go hungry. He eats, he gets his strength, and he turns around and starts attacking. He's like, blah blah blah, I need this much for my crew, and I need your ship because my ship got destroyed in the Grand Line or whatever. So all that happens, and then so he comes in, he's like, I want your ship and I need all this food for my men. And he's like, I'm going to be king of the pirates. No, actually, Zeph is like, you made it to the Grand Line but ran crying, because he went to the Grand Line and he came back crying. He came back crying, but he came back defeated or whatever. And Zeph is like, you came back defeated or crying or whatever. And he's like, wait, you're Redfoot Zeph or whatever. You went to the Grand Line for a whole year and didn't die or whatever. And he's like, yeah, so what about it and all this stuff. And he's like, I bet you have a journal of your travels or whatever. And he's like, I do, but it's not for you. And he's like, I need that, your restaurant, and all this food for my men, pretty much. And then he's like, I need it to become king of the pirates. And Luffy comes out of nowhere because he's like a busboy right now, because he like put a hole in the top of the thing, and he's like, hold it right there, I'm going to be king of the pirates. And then they start laughing because he's like some random kid that nobody knows yet. And all that happens, and then so Zeph brings him out the food and gives it to him, and he brings it back to his crewmates or whatever. And then they find out that Nami stole their boat and left or whatever. So they find that out, and then Gin is like, yeah, we were there for like 5 days or a week or whatever, and our whole fleet got destroyed by one guy. And the only reason we know who that one guy is because of his eyes. He has eyes like a hawk. And then Zeph's like, oh, that's Hawkeye, Dracula Mihawk, Hawkeye, whatever his name is. And then Zoro perks up, because Zoro's like, that's the man that I need to be to become the #1 swordsman. So that happens, and then so Zeph and them come up on their ship, not Zeph, Krieg and them come up on their ship, and then you just see some guy floating next to them in like a little ship. And he floats up and he just destroys the ship, just cuts it in half, just destroys it more, obliterates it. And then they see him and they're like, that's Dracula Mihawk, the guy that destroyed our ship. And then Krieg's like, you can't leave us alone or something like that. And then Dracula Mihawk's like, I'm not done having my fun or whatever. And then Zoro comes out, challenges Mihawk, challenges him, gets destroyed, absolutely obliterated. So Mihawk has like this giant cross on his back thing, like a giant cross sword that's like black, and it has like a cross. Anyway, I'll show you. Let me see if I can find it. You see this thing right here? You see how it's like a cross right here? Anyway, so that happens. But he has like a little necklace, right? It's in the shape of a cross too. So he takes down his little knife and he destroys Zoro with that. Like, just absolutely obliterates him. And Zoro loses and he's like, alright, kill me or whatever. And he's like, scars on his back or a swordsman's shame, or he says something like that. It's like a really like inspirational quote that like everybody like talks about or something. And I'm like, whatever, I don't care. I'm not really a big fan of this part at all anyways. So he says that, and then Mihawk's like, what's your name or whatever, and he's like, Roronoa Zoro, and he slices him, right? Blood everywhere. He's like dying, whatever. He flies back. Luffy's like, Zoro! And then, no, Mihawk asks him what's his name now, and he's like, Roronoa Zoro. He's like, Roronoa Zoro. Get stronger than me. Surpass me and all this stuff. And then Mihawk leaves, and he's like, I had my fun or whatever. So that happens, and then Luffy like goes and starts to attack Krieg's people or whatever. And then that's pretty much how the volume ends or whatever. Look at this. This is what the heck's at the end of this volume. Like, what is that? Like, who would do something like that? I wouldn't. I don't really care about that. But this is a really cool like cover page, anyways. Anyway, so that's the volume. Not a great volume. I mean, in my opinion, a lot of people like Sanji. I hate Sanji with a passion. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. But yeah, I'm tired. I'm going to go to sleep. It's 3 in the morning. I just got off work. I'm dying. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see next. But other than that, this has been Aaron. Peace.